Aurora, Colorado, a man who was lying in the road died after being run over by a police vehicle on Monday night in suburban Denver, authorities said. So he was lying in the middle of the road. They're saying that he was drunk. A 37-year-old man from Salt Lake City was hit at 11:25 p.m. by an Aurora Police Department officer driving a fully marked police SUV, the Colorado State Patrol said in a statement Tuesday. The man, whose name has not been released, was pronounced dead at the scene about 3 miles, 5 kilometers east of Cherry Creek State Park. The man was wearing dark clothes and had been seen to be highly intoxicated at a store nearby before being hit, according to the State Patrol, which is investigating the crash. The police vehicle was not responding to a call. At the time of the crash, the State Patrol said the officer requested medical help after hitting the pedestrian, whoever that anonymous Salt Lake City man is. So that makes it all okay. He called 911 after he ran over and killed him. What more do you want from this guy? So who killed who? Some anonymous police officer killed some anonymous Salt Lake City man. So it was on Monday night. So that was what? Today is the 18th. So yesterday, what in the hell? He was wearing dark clothes, so you know. And he was drunk. Yeah, well, you need to have control over your goddamn vehicle. And he was fully marked, so he was on duty. He was on duty, so it wasn't like, he was just driving to the movies and not having to. He was on. So when you're on duty, that means you're on full alert, right? You're looking here, you're looking there. He didn't have control over his vehicle. And where it says, east of Cherry Creek State Park, but what, is it a 35 mile an hour or is it a 70 mile an hour? Is he lying on the interstate, or is he just lying in the middle of the road? It says suburban Denver. Maybe I'm not reading this. It looks like vehicular manslaughter is what it looks like to me, or vehicular homicide. What's the vehicular manslaughter, right? Vehicular homicide, Colorado. So that's Aurora police officer is guilty of vehicular homicide. Here's Shouse Law. We'll check out shouselaw.com. And they're sitting there saying that it's 183106. So don't murder, right? But don't murder with a car. That's vehicular homicide, which is not a crime of violence. It's a felony that carries up to a penalty up to 12 years in a state prison. So vehicular homicide is driving a motor vehicle in a reckless manner or under the influence of alcohol or drugs and causes an accident. So was he driving recklessly? He ran over a man. He didn't hit the brakes. There was a person in the middle of the goddamn road, and he said, he's just going to Suge Knight the shit out of him. And can you imagine that? It's one thing to be drunk and having a bender, but it's like, man, I'm drunk. And so, okay, I'm going to pass out here by the, whatever. Oh, shit. Did I just get ran over? Am I going to die now? Vehicular homicide isn't as bad as, just outright killing somebody. That's a class 1 felony if you just kill somebody. Vehicular homicide is a class 4 felony. It's a class 4, so it's just tiny. It's not one of the big ones. It's not even worth a preliminary hearing, right? Just a class 4. Vehicular homicide isn't even a crime of violence either. So it says that penalties for the vehicular homicide is 2 to 6 years. So wait, is it the 12 years or 2 to 6 years, and then a fine of $2,000 to $500,000? If you were driving under the influence and killed somebody, then the vehicular homicide is a class 3 felony. That's 4 to 12 years, or a fine of $750,000, or a minimum of $3,000, and minimum of 4 years. So you're definitely going to go to jail. You got a mandatory minimum. So that's a crime. You're not allowed to. Hey, Aurora police officer that just murdered that Salt Lake City man. You're not allowed to run people over. You're not allowed to murder them. There's a whole bunch of, there's CRS, there's a whole bunch of laws that, but you can't intentionally murder, you can't negligently murder, you can't deliberate and then murder, and you can't kill somebody with your car. That's murder too. If you kill somebody with your car, that is also murder. Vehicular homicide, if it says in a reckless manner, so you could do it intentionally, right? Or you could do it, recklessly. Usually it's probably, a negligent sort of. Here's a couple other articles here. 9 News. The crash happened in the area of East Quincy Avenue and South Nucklaw Street on Monday night. Crash. So Utah man is going to get ran over and killed. It's Monday night, 11:25 p.m. East Quincy Avenue, South Buckley Road. 2018 Ford Police SUV wasn't chasing anybody, didn't have the sirens on, just joyriding, just driving around on duty. There's a person lying right in the middle of the road. He don't notice. He don't see it. He don't think a human is a person. Hell, it could just be, a deer? Maybe it's a deer in the middle of the road. But they're being respectful of the next of kin. That's why they're not telling anybody. How are you going to find... Just, you know what? If my whatever is dead, tell me however the fuck you... Tell me by goddamn website, or tell me... I'm tired of this next to kin shit. We can't tell. Now go ahead and tell me exactly what the hell's going on. My next of kin, they don't need a direct phone call. Just put the damn article out there. If you can't, reach them by phone call, maybe the damn article will get to them first. And they'll get a hold of you. So, nothing right there. If you have any information about the incident, contact Blow the Whistle at 9news.com. Here's a SentinelColorado.com article about the same thing. Ford SUV, 11:25 p.m. The man was declared dead at the scene of preliminary investigation. He was wearing dark clothes and he was prostrate in the street. He's not, nobody's saying, according to Trooper Joshua Lewis, no charges have been filed. The APD vehicle has been taken for inspection. The case remains under investigation. And since an Aurora police officer was involved in the death, the case is being investigated by the Colorado State Patrol. So maybe that might, turn up something, see if he's actually like driving crazily or did something extra. Even if he didn't do anything extra, you ran over a person who was in the middle of the fucking road. Pedestrian has a right of way. So, I'm not, that's, seems to be a general common law. Pedestrians have the right of way. But Colorado traffic law might be, the specifics might be a little different. There might be a little difference, it just might not be So R.I.P. Utah man, Salt Lake City man, R.I.P. The guy who ran over the guy, again, another fucking article where we got a dead body who, no, not telling you who killed, not going to tell you that either. Huh. When will you tell us? In May 23rd. May 23rd. Yep. Of 2023. All right. I'll believe you this once. May 23rd, next year, right? So that's not, don't try to